Yo, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? Bitches, welcome back to the channel. We're here recording live from the mothership. Run off the fade. It's not True Tekken Lemon today. Got something a little bit more easy on me. So I've been bedridden actually over the last few days. I've been a little bit under the weather. So obviously we started the week of Lee Chaolan. We only done 2 videos. So regarding the week of Chaolan, I'm actually gonna check right now. The week of Chaolan, we're gonna continue that next week. Where is my shit? Here you go. So the week of Chaolan, right? We done 2 videos. I got pretty unwell, so like I said, I've been in bed for like 3 days straight. I'm kind of recovered now, so I'm gonna do something a little bit more simple. But next week we're gonna continue playing with Lee. I actually put a poll up, which I'm gonna check right now, for the next character in the week of series, right? So if you haven't voted, if you don't vote on who you want to see, and you don't get a character you like, that ain't my problem, bro. That ain't my problem. I don't want to hear no complaints if you don't vote. So I'm gonna check right now. As of right now, Azucena is leading. So the poll consists of Leroy, Azucena, Asuka, Steve, and Zafina. All characters I need to learn a matchup for. Right now, Azucena is in the lead. So if you don't like Azucena, I hate that bitch, I don't want to watch, and you don't vote, and then you see Azucena, I don't want to hear no shit. Right. So, with that out the way, we're playing Lee next week. So don't worry if you're a Lee fan and you didn't get enough Lee content. We're going to continue learning Lee for another week, right? But for today, like I said, still a little bit under the weather. I don't want to stress myself with Tekken. So what I'm going to do is we're going to talk about a particular move that I think has some potential with Lidia, right? So y'all know with me, like, I'm the type of player, like, I like to try, at least, especially with my mains, like, first of all, I like to try and be a little bit different with my playstyle. Like, one thing we all love about Tekken is that you can play characters however you want. You can play them in so many different ways. So what I like to use moves maybe that you don't see too often and try and get the most out of them, right? So one move that I've used even in Tekken 7, right? Today we're going to talk about Lidia's 1+2, right? You let it charge right there, boom. This is a move I used quite a bit in, I say quite a bit, sparingly, right? In Tekken 7. And this is a move that I think has the potential to be quite important in Lidia's roster. So I'm going to explain to you lot quite quickly why. This isn't a move that I've delved too deeply into, but like I said, I have had minor success with this move, and I actually think it complements her game plan and her kit quite well. Especially I think it improves forward 2, which is obviously Lidia's go-to attack, right? So 1+2, right? The main strength of this move is obviously the range. So if we're standing like here, this move is gonna hit. So even beyond round start, like round start is here, we could take 2 steps back and that move is gonna hit for a launcher, right? Also, either that or, let's see, that's 34. So it's her second most damaging launcher that she has, right? So that alone, those 2 things alone make you want to look at that move and be like, all right, let's see if we could get something out of this. I don't think it's gonna hit from it. So even like this range, unless you're facing someone with a demon paw, like maybe Kazuya will run at you, Reina, maybe Devil Jim will do fly, you know, unless you're facing the character at this range, you're free to really charge this up. Like, what's stopping you from charging this move up and throwing it out? I'm gonna show you what's stopping you. Alright, so I forgot that I actually needed Lidia on both sides to show you and demonstrate this move, right? So, like I said, I'm going to show you guys the weaknesses and the strengths of the move. So, obviously, the first strengths, the distance, and the damage, right? But then, one of the weaknesses is, of course, it's pretty slow. Like, the move comes out at 31 frames, which obviously is helped by the range that it hits at, right? Because you're at a distance where you're kind of safe and you got the time to charge up. So spacing is real important when using this move and making sure you're not too close and you're not too far, because we're gonna get into it. One of the biggest things you don't want to do with this move is whiff, right? So the biggest weaknesses is how slow it is and how linear it is. It could be sidestepped both ways, right? So I'm gonna show it to you right now. I've got Lidia set to do it. She's gonna do a regular charge one, and you can actually step it very easily. I'm fucking up on the second one every time. Very easily to both directions. There's no problem with sidestepping this move. You can sidewalk very easily also. Like, it's a very linear move. So there's the non-charge version. I've got a bunch of different things here, but you got a longer charge one. Same thing. Like, when you got it like this, it's pretty easy to step, right? Even though I'm sitting here, I'm messing up, I'm sick, I'm unwell, bro. So you can see that every version of this move is very linear. Whether you charge it all the way up, or you don't charge it at all, it's very linear, right? The weaknesses are there to be seen. And that's obviously why a lot of people don't use this move. I can completely understand why people don't use this move, because the weaknesses are so glaring, right? But with Lidia, that's kind of the character. Like, her weaknesses are glaring, and you kind of just have to work around them to the strengths. And the strengths that this move give you they're not bad. They're pretty good, if I'm being completely honest with you, right? So one of the other strengths of this move is just the ability to cancel it. So if you see, you can cancel this move pretty much instantly, to the point where, like, she almost, if you could do it right, she almost got like a little tiny wave dash, where if you just, I definitely can't do on player 2 side. Let me see if I can do it on player 1. Nah, but anyway, that irrelevant of the point, right? It's, you can cancel this move at any point, right? You can also let the move fly at any point, right? Which means that there's a lot of different timings for you to work with. So if we go back to sidestepping this move, right? And the thing about the cancel as well also is, like, it's fairly easy to cancel out. Like, you can dash forward and dash block. It's fairly easy, so it's pretty safe when you're canceling. If someone decides to attack, you can block the incoming attacks. Even if you're going backwards, like, you'll block. It's not like you're gonna be left wide open canceling this attack. So what you start to see me doing is, if I'm at a range where I feel comfortable, I'll show this to my opponent. I'll just show them this move and I'll cancel it, right? I'll rarely ever let this move fly the very first time. The first times I'm showing it to my opponent, I'm like, hey, I got 1+2 right here. Usually at, like, this range, right? Sometimes I'll do it at a range. It depends on the character again. Like, if you're fighting a character who can hit you from that range, then obviously you'd be a lot more careful. But I'll often show it. But if we go back to this, right? I've shown you how easy it is to sidestep these moves when you know what timing is coming. But then if we just mix up the timing just a little bit, right? We got 3 different timings, and all of a sudden it becomes a little bit harder. Now I'm going to show you guys, you can still get around this. Like, if you, the key to this, right? Because you can sidewalk pretty much all of these timings anyway, right? If you just sidewalk, you'll be good. But it can clip you, right? What you really want to do is you want to, like, just keep sidestepping like this. If as soon as you see her start, just start sidestepping like that, and you'll be absolutely fine, right? So if you're trying to wait for the timing and you're not sure really about that, you can get clipped. And generally you don't want to use the move from too close anyway. The further you are away, the harder it is to step, right? But then the thing is, if you add all these different timings that I've set up, it becomes almost like, it becomes really hard to sidestep this move. Because look, you can cancel out of it. So, like, look, if I try and react to the cancel and take my turn, it does become a bit hard with this, like, mental stack that's placed upon you. See, right? Like, I couldn't even react to that. If I had pressed the button at any of these moments, I'm getting counter hit. It's a good thing I'm not. Look, I try and step and I get clipped. Of course, I can still sidestep this, but then that's where the cancel comes in. Boom. I tried to intercept, counter hit. You know? So, it just adds a lot more. Of course, I'm still able to step this, but it adds a lot more for your opponent to think about. Now, as you can see, I'm still sidestepping this rather easily, because like I say, you can sidewalk all timings, right? But the more mental stack you place upon your opponent, sorry, the harder it becomes for them to deal with this move. Because obviously, like, I'm not just going to be standing in front of him letting it go. Hey, ha, cancel, ha. You know, I'm going to show it to him every now and again, and I might do nothing, right? I'm going to let him get comfortable, and then maybe I just let it fly. Boom. And you do it in situations, like with any other move, the more you do it, you learn when it's safer to do it. Like maybe after a knockdown, I have enough time. For example, if you're a Lidia player and you don't know this, if you do forward 2-1, that right there, they can't escape that. Unless they, if they tech roll, sorry. If they tech roll, they can't escape that. If they hold back, then you'll be out of range. But from this punish, this is just, it just is, right? So maybe they try and do something and you catch them, or boom, if you hit them a few times with that, boom, you cancel it. You go in, or full charge, you know? And that's the beauty. Again, you mix it up enough, every now and again, you're gonna land one of these, and when you do, you're gonna get big damage, right? It's gonna be worth it. Now again, like I said, of course, also, by the way, guys, I'm freestyling this video, so bear with me. I don't have notes. I'm kind of just going off of my head, and I don't want this video to be too long. So, but like I said, right? It's still very risky, but the thing is that I'm focusing on, right? What makes this move quite effective is just minimizing the risk. Going out of your way to minimize the risk. So one thing, like I said, for example, one thing you don't want to do is whiff this move, right? You want to make sure if I'm holding this down, and like I said, you don't always have to cancel it straight away. Sometimes you can hold this and be careful, because there's a point where you can no longer cancel, right? But sometimes you hold it and make your opponent think you're going to let it go right at the end, and then you still cancel. Sometimes you never let it fly. Sometimes you just bait the cancel. You have to go off of your opponent's read. Because one thing that I've noticed is when you start showing your opponent this, one thing the opponent is going to do is they're going to react. One way or another, they're going to react. The two most common things they do is they just start pressing, which is great because a lot of the time your opponent is just going to start whiffing. They're going to press out, they're going to throw out a big button because they know, hey, my opponent's doing this big slow move. I can interrupt this if I disrespect, right? And they might throw out a big move. But if you're back here, you charge and you cancel with a back step, that big move whiffs, boom, you go into a punish, right? And obviously, like I said, you make the reads, and this is what Lydia's all about. Lydia's all about making the reads on your opponent and seeing what move I have to do to counter what they're doing, right? So, you show them this move. They either press buttons, or one thing that they'll do commonly is a lot of them will just freeze up. Because like I said, a lot of people don't really know to sidewalk or to do the sides. You know, a lot of people don't even know to sidestep in general, right? A lot of people will see you charging this and they'll kind of just freeze up, especially if you're throwing it out, boom, throw out a back one maybe, lock them down even more, you know. People will either, most of the time people will press buttons or they'll freeze up. And when they freeze up, that's why I said, this is why I say I think this move complements forward 2 a lot, because when people freeze up, now I don't have to worry about people sidestepping my forward 2. If you freezing up, now I could go in with forward 2, right? And I don't have to worry at all about this move's biggest weakness, which is being sidestepped. You know, so as soon as I start threatening this, a lot of the time, I'll threaten it once and then just go straight in. And just that little timing, like this move is just great for throwing off your opponent's timing, if anything else, right? That little step before I throw out the forward 2, I've got so many counter hits off of this, right? So, like I said, if there's anything you want to be doing with Lidia, it's keeping your opponent on their toes. And this move seems to do a pretty good job of keeping, especially in the neutral. Like Lydia's neutral is lacking quite a bit. I think everybody will agree. Like, she's a very good rush down character for the most part, especially in heat. but her neutral is lacking. And this move can just earn you a little bit of respect in the neutral, because people will have to stop and think, what is this? What is this that I need to deal with, and how am I going to deal with it? If people don't stop and if people don't respect it at all, fine. Don't use it. If people don't respect this move and they just run in on you, like I said, if they see you doing this and they just demon paw, better. Even that's fine, because if people are going to take their turn with a demon paw every time, they've given their turn up right in front of me, I can apply my offense. Great, right? So it's a tool that can be used to get people to respect you a little bit in neutral, right? And like I said, if they don't want to respect you, that's fine. Because again, if people are approaching me, I can intercept with forward 2, because most of the time, forward 2 is just going to beat whatever approach tool you have, because it's just better. It's just a better approach tool. So if Kazi is coming at me with his demon paw, and I'm expecting it because he's not respecting this, then my forward 2 is just going to beat his, right? And I'm going to get that counter hit I was looking for, and it's going to be beautiful. Or I could just sidestep, whatever, right? And again, if people are running at you trying to engage, what they're not doing is sidestepping, which again eliminates the only real weakness that this move has: sidestep. So this is what I mean when I say I think this move complements her game plan quite well. Same thing with like 1-in-1. Like if you're utilizing this, since I've been using this a bit more, people don't really do anything about 1-in-1. They don't duck it, they don't sidestep it, they just hold it. So there's that aspect of the move, which, like I said, in terms of minimizing risk, you could use it as a supplementary tool to enhance other moves. But back to minimizing risk, like I was saying, right, the one thing you don't want to do with this move is whiff, because you whiff in front of your opponent, you're just dead, right? So that goes by being out of range, and that goes by getting sidestep. The beautiful thing is, like I said, I can hold it, and if I can visually see, is my opponent sidestepping? If I see them sidestep, all right, I cancel. I've lost nothing. I've lost nothing. I'm still in neutral. I'm still safe. All right. Oh, he's sidestepping? Cool. Oh, he's coming at me? Cool. I back up. Or, if he's coming at me, I just let it fly. Yeah, the amount of people I catch off, boom. Because again, it's just got crazy reach. If I throw that out, if I'm over here, you're not expecting really to get hit. Boom. Knockdown. Plus 17. Pretty good. Right? The next one. Plus 32. Guaranteed follow-up. 45 damage. You can get clean hit. It's pretty hard. That wasn't clean hit. Yeah, it's pretty hard to get clean hit. Does this do more? Maybe. It is what it is. But yeah, this move, like the reward of using this move successfully is really good. Like, again, the weaknesses are there, but the strengths of this move I see potential in, right? And then again, like, this is ignoring like how buffed it gets in heat, where like even on block it's plus on block now. Well, it's always plus on block. Well, it's not always plus on block, but even the non-charged version becomes plus on block. The fully charged version, like, there's nothing. You just have to hold the heaven and earth mix. It's a pretty good option to have in certain situations. Like, it's not a move that's going to replace forward 2. It's not a move that's even going to go side by side with forward 2. And no, I'm going to use forward 2, and then I'm going to use 1+2. No, but in certain situations, and to condition your opponent how you want them to, you're going to use this move. You might use this move all the time. There's certain opponents that I use this move all the time. Like, I might just be messing around like this, boom, boom, and then I go in, right? And then there's some opponents where I just won't use it because, like, they're either not respecting it or they're such a threat at range. So it's up to you to get the most out of the move, right? Like I said, if you're just trying to mix your opponent with this, it's going to be useless because you can just sidewalk all of this and then you're going to die. But if you're really mixing it up, if you're, again, minimizing the risk, I think minimizing the risk is the most important thing with this move. But still, minimizing the risk while still making your opponent have to deal with it is the most important thing. And that mainly just comes from canceling it, right? Because if you do this move one way or another, you're going to get a response out of your opponent. And if you don't get a response out of your opponent and you cancel it, again, you're safe. If I charge it, and they block it, well, if I charge it and it hits, win-win, right? If I charge it, sorry, I should have been set up. If I charge it and they block it, +7, right? Normal hit, -9 is safe. So, and from certain ranges, like, it kind of is a spacing trap, right? But again, more stuff to look at. This is a theory, right? This is a concept. I'm not sitting here saying this is the savior of moves, but this is something I'm gonna work on, and you're gonna see me trying to master this move, and maybe see if this move can fill a gap that Lidia has in her playstyle. But yeah, the most important thing is just don't whiff this move, because like if your opponent blocks this move, fine, you're fine, right? It's not a problem. If your opponent gets hit by this move, great. But if you whiff this move, I'm even trying to whiff this move and not whiffing, but if you whiff this move, then it's a problem. So really, like, just don't let this move go unless you know it's going to hit one way or another, whether it's blocked or whether it's a hit, right? If you're around here and you're like, I don't know if that's gonna land, just cancel it, right? Play it safe. Whether you're gonna go back or whether you're gonna go in and run your mix, which is an option. Again, it's hard to react to. You're gonna get counter hit. It's there for you to work with. And that is pretty much it. Like I said, I'm freestyling this, so there might be some, I hope there's nothing that I've forgotten to just mention. I'm actually gonna, I forgot to mention, I'm actually gonna, see, this is why I didn't want to make this too long, because I'm actually gonna show you guys I'm gonna show you guys a match where I've used this move, and I'm gonna show you kind of the idea. I'm gonna show you the theory in practice, essentially, is what I'm saying, right? So I hope I haven't really missed anything. I guess if I have, I'll mention it while we're watching the match. I'm gonna show you this move in action a little bit. But yeah, something to work on. I think it covers some gaps with Lidia. It just gives her a threat in neutral, because generally around here, unless I'm running in and doing this, or I'm running in and doing this, both of which can be sidestepped easily, or I'm running in and doing this, which can track to her weak side, but it doesn't track to the other side. Nothing she does around here is a threat or safe. Just having this, just to threaten at this range. And a lot of the time, people won't even do anything about it because they don't think it will hit from here, right? But it does. Like, the range is kind of silly, right? This will hit, boom. And then, of course, when you're at the wall, the plus frames become real, right? Because now there's no pushback. So yeah, pretty good move. We're gonna jump into this match. Nothing crazy, but just me using the move and trying to put these concepts into action. Cool. So this is a match that I ran. I'm gonna take some of these details off the screen because they're not all too important right now. So yeah, this is a match that I run, and this is me kind of messing about with it. Now, this is something I didn't actually talk on. I'm gonna go real quickly, but another thing about the move is just chip damage, right? And also, again, like I said, in heat, with it going into heaven and earth, pretty scary because it will chip you in itself, and then it puts you in heaven and earth with enough frames to where the chip damage, like in certain sequences, is going to be nuts. So another good time to use this move, I use it a lot right here after heat burst. It's obviously not real, like he has all the time in the world to interrupt, but people genuinely don't press. Like, pressing after a heat dash is a bad idea. So if I can get people to press after heat dash, even better, right? It's just another layer, right? So you see right there, another thing that I didn't mention, don't be discouraged when it doesn't work or when you get hit out of it. You know, keep trying to make, this is what I'm saying, the more you use a move, the more you're going to figure out where it's good and where it isn't. This is another thing I mentioned, like Devil Jin, a character who can threaten you from further away, so you got to be more careful. So I tried to show it to him here, and he just changed it, bro. So again, this is me saying, public service announcement, be careful using the move. I say don't be discouraged, but at the same time, like I said before, like if your opponent's not respecting it, just stop doing it, right? So first round, I showed it to him a little bit. He didn't respect it. So let's see how I handle that moving forward. Should have launched. Showed it to him, gone in with the forward 2. And he's kind of panicked again. So this guy's pressing buttons. Tried to parry. Didn't work. Missed my follow-up. So here's another thing. This is exactly what I was talking about, right? So I showed it to him once. I got a little bit cocky, confident, comfortable. Showed it to him again. What did he do? Press buttons. This is exactly what I'm talking about, right? So if I could take over right here. Bow, bow. If I... Oh, what? Why did she let it go? Oh, okay. Interesting. See? So if I just done that, cancelled it the second time and blocked, he reacted, he pressed buttons, I would have been able to get a punish. Didn't know you could duck that. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. So far he's not really been reacting, respecting it. I've shown him to cancel a couple times. Not really respected it too tough, but I've been able to get in with my forward 2 by using it. But as you can see right here, you can kind of see this guy is kind of disrespectful in general when it comes to frames. Like he's gonna try and steal his turn. So here's another situation, right? Just knowing the move. After this is just a good range for me to charge this move up. And I know we said that this move can be sidestepped pretty easily, but it also does, like I said, with the wrong timing, it does track pretty well. Like it can, like right there, it tracks well in certain situations. So there, he didn't really have time to do anything. In that situation, like I said, learning the move, I knew that I could get that off. And then that's big damage right there. Showing it at a range right there that he can't really do too much about. And then punishing his health. Tried to show it to him. Don't do what I just did right there a lot of the time, because a lot of the time people just do wake up. Don't do that move right in people's face. Like don't be like me. But like I'm saying, like this is me kind of experimenting with the move. This is me playing quick match, which I'm actually enjoying. I'm enjoying playing quick match. I'm not gonna hold you, man. I might be playing a lot more quick match than rank match moving forward. But this is me experimenting. So if I do silly things like charging right in front of someone's face, you know, I'm trying to see how people react to the move. That's like the most important thing right now. But let's see more of it, I guess. Cool. So we got the second match of this set that I just played with this Devil Gym. And there you see right there, just let it go because I felt... So again, like I said, sometimes it's just read, sometimes it's just feeling. I felt that he would respect this one. I didn't charge it too long. I didn't take too much risk. He hadn't been sidestepping when I charged it previously. You know, when I charged and cancelled, I realized that he hadn't done anything in terms of like sidestepping. So I just let it fly. Bad wake up option. And I'm getting caught out by Devil Gym stuff. Didn't react to get my guaranteed follow up right there. That's a no-no. See, that's me. That's a no. Do not whiff this move, bro. I thought because he whiffed an attack in front of me, that maybe it would put him in my range, but it didn't. But I should have just cancelled it. But then you see right after the fake, he started pressing buttons. Counter hit. Right? Counter hit forward 2. And now, you're in the worst position you could be in against Lidia. You are just... You're at her mercy, heaven and earth. Coming down to the wire. Don't know how that didn't punish. But we got the block and the punish in the end. So you can see the fruits of my labor with 1+2 kind of paying off a little bit, right? Like, if not anything, it's kind of making him respect my neutral, right? Like, he's not just rushing into me, which a lot of Devil Gyms kind of do a lot of times. Got the parry on the string. You see right there, if he got up, I would have let it fly. If he'd done a wake-up attack, I would have punished with it. But none of that happened, so I just cancelled it and I was safe, you know? No risk. Minimize risk. He's making a bit of a comeback here. Nice. And I was very, very slow on my guaranteed forward 3, but I don't know what he tried to do, so he got hit. Again, he panicked, but I delayed my forward 4-2 just a little bit. Too much. Should have launched that. Let it fly. Not charging it too much because I can see like he is a bit wild. But yeah, I did fuck this up. I should have been able to kill right here. Let's see. Cause yeah. We almost definitely would have been able to kill right there. So you've seen all there is to show regarding the let's see real quick. If I just popped heat. Hold on. What is taking me so long, bro? Oh my god! What, bro? Lidia, come on. There we go. Is he dead? Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, I should have killed. But I messed up. I done my bound before I went into heat, which is always a bad mistake. Always go into heat first, and then you get the Heaven and Earth 1. Oh, he held something. He's gonna take this round. I thought it was over. But you could kind of see the point. Like, you see the concept. Like I said, this is still a concept. This is theory. Like, I'm not saying, hey, go out and abuse this move and you're gonna win with Lidia. That's not what I'm saying at all. That's not what I'm here for. That's not how I enjoy the game. I'm not here to just give you abusable shit that's gonna give you auto wins. I'm here to give you interesting tech that's gonna help you out. Also gonna make you... Damn. Yeah, he's fighting back, but he's just in a scary situation. Stayed down, very smart. And then he ate Heaven and Earth 2. Oh, another tip. Just do Heaven and Earth 2, guys. Just do Heaven and Earth 2 every time. That's why I do it every time. There's no risk. And people think they're so smart because you do it 5 times. The 6th time they're like, oh, he's gonna do the unblockable now. No, I'm not. And now you're dead. And now you're dead. Why am I doing the unblockable, bro? Because every time I do the unblockable and I get launched, I just feel like an idiot, bro. I should have just done 2 and been +6 and continued my offense, bro. And all that chip damage. Yeah. Just do Heaven and Earth 2, bro. But yeah, that's it for this video. Just something that I've been like I said, I played Lidia in Tekken 7, obviously, and I did use this move quite a bit. I say quite a bit. I keep saying quite a bit. That makes it sound like I used it quite a lot. I used it sparingly, but I could always see that there was something to this move, and I'm just gonna put some time into it and work on it and see if we can make this move viable. Because I've had some success with this move against some fairly good players, right? Or high rank players. I mean, whatever you consider good players, right? I don't mean Ars and Ash. I haven't played Ars and Ash, but you know, you can get success out of this move. Again, it comes down to you to get the most out of the move, because if you're red rank, you might not get a lot out of this move because people are constantly just in your face pressing buttons, but then you don't really need that move, because if people are constantly pressing buttons, forward 2 is gonna kill them. Just keep doing forward 2, right? But that's it for me. Like I said, next week, granted, I hope I feel like I'm definitely on the recovery. So by tomorrow I should be good to start playing some ranked and doing some videos again. So Lee, I'll be playing Lee for the week. Heihachi, who knows when Heihachi's coming, but yeah, man, just keep your eyes open. More content is gonna be coming as soon as I feel better. I appreciate y'all for watching every single time. Appreciate y'all for commenting, all that good shit, bro. Like, subscribe, and share. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.